Hey there, Casey Dimon here, TaxSaleAcademy.com. So what exactly happens at a tax sale auction? Say you've just never been to one and you don't know what to expect. Well, every single auction is just a little bit different. But in this video, we'll be going through the typical auction process so you'll know what to expect at your first auction. The first thing, of course, is to make sure that you are prepared well in advance of the actual auction. You want to be prepared well before the auction date gets here. Make sure you've researched all the properties, you've chosen the properties that you want to bid on, you set max bid amounts, that kind of thing. Just make sure that you're very well prepared before the auction starts. The morning of is not the time to start preparing. Now, on auction day, arrive to the auction early and plan to wait in some sort of registration line. Don't rush, be patient, and depending on the number of attendees, it could take as long as an hour or more to get registered. Now, before registering, make sure you pay attention and you read all of the rules so that you come prepared. You will generally be required to come with at least your driver's license and some sort of deposit. And depending on what those rules say, the deposit might need to be in cash or a cashier's check, or they might pre-authorize a credit card. It just depends on the auction. Once you register, you're going to receive some sort of bidder number. Hold on to it tightly. Take it to the bathroom, put it in your briefcase, do whatever you have to do to make sure that you don't lose track of that number, or worse, that somebody else could potentially use that number. And I'm not referring to somebody trying to be malicious or trying to be cutesy, but what I'm talking about is you set your number down, somebody else sets their number down, they mistakenly grab your number instead of theirs, they bid on a piece of property, and then suddenly you're supposed to pay for this piece of property that you don't want. This is a great way to get banned from future auctions. Now, once you have your bidder number, you can enter the room and you can find a seat. My suggestion is to sit as close as possible to the front for a variety of reasons. I've actually have a video on that as well. Now, just before the auction starts, the auctioneer is going to read the rules. It might seem tedious, it might seem mundane or boring, but just make sure you listen, make sure you paid attention. One time I went to 37 auctions within 45 days. All these were handled by the same auction company, same auctioneer. Almost every single day I heard the same exact set of rules being read by the same person. I could pretty much recite them word for word, and I knew exactly what joke he was going to say at what time. To illustrate my point by paying attention, however, towards the end of this set of auctions, towards the end of this 45-day period, one specific county requested a certain set of rules. Luckily, I was paying attention because it certainly affected me. So make sure you pay attention. Now, when you start bidding, you'll bid in some sort of incremental bidding. No one wants to bid penny by penny. It'll just kill you sitting there and waiting for the auction to end like that. So make sure you pay attention to what the auctioneer prefers and make sure you pay attention to the auctioneer's style. As far as bidding, you might shout your bid, you might hold your bid card. Again, this is up to the auctioneer. Just make sure you pay attention as they go through the rules. Now, at the auction, once you win a piece of property, they will typically have a table set up in a back room or a nearby room, something like that, and you can walk over there and pay. You usually won't have to wait until the auction is completely over unless they're only auctioning 9 or 10 pieces of property. But you usually won't have to wait until the very end. When you get there, you'll be required to fill out some paperwork and make your payment. Now, this will include how the property will be deeded, so make sure you fill out the paperwork accurately. And then after you submit that paperwork and submit your payment, you're done. That's it. That is all as far as the auction day is concerned. Then it's time to market that property, to sell that property, and move on to the next one. So there you have it. There's the tax sale auction process. I really hope this has helped you learn about the auction process and that you're more comfortable now going into your first tax sale auction. If you'd like more information about tax sale bidding, tax sale auctions, or tax sale investing in general, head on over to TaxSaleAcademy.com. Again, that's TaxSaleAcademy.com. Have a great day, folks. Take care. Bye-bye.